Welcome back. I'm Pocket What If. I'm the whatever in your pocket. Now, since the last What If, Izuku has been acknowledged as a mutant, and now is becoming somewhat of a vigilante, getting his own little vigilante name, but that's going to be quite changed soon, as he also has met Peter Parker, as he has been somewhat getting to know, well, Spider-Man, not Peter, as he's actually training with Suzuki. Like, okay, this is as far as I know about. Yesterday were training about, shapeshifting. Have you tried shapeshifting? We have tried shapeshifting in your clothes, but when I was with Venom, or when I was with Toxin, he could shapeshift a little more. Have you tried? You try making your bodies into a weapon? And he's like, as Riot's like, yes, I have. Yes, I have actually. Wait, what? As Azuka says, he's like, why did you mention it? I thought it was obvious. It's like, could you please? Oh yeah, sure. Azuka, try to imagine a mace. And she's like, as Agony's like, a mace? Really, Agony? I mean, really, Riot? Like, what? What's wrong with a mace? Try a blade. Oh, come on. We both know that you're not that good with a blade. Oh, yeah, a mace is so much better. It has everything correct with it. It's both a blunt and a serrated object. So that means maximum damage on an opponent. Yeah, to kill. We are not needing to kill. You're no fun. I'm only being sensible. You try to use a blade. A blade is more deadly than a mace. How is it more deadly than how's a blade more deadly than a mace? Piercing and cutting. You could cut someone's arm off with a blade. It's like, as Lasher's like, oh dear Lord. Izuku, try to imagine one of the tendrils being spiky. Don't try to be serrated like old Yellow Belly over here. Hey, what do you mean by serrated? When you're literally bonded with a human being, you are literally serrated with blades. Well, I'm sorry of being a sniper. What if someone gets behind me? At least they can't stab me without being stabbed themselves. Oh dear God. Izuku, just try to imagine spikes, okay? As he releases one of his tendrils as he makes it into somewhat of a mace like imagine one of the tendrils becoming more, pointy on some ends. It's like that. That's how I want it. Except do it with your hand. Make it into a ball. Like, I think it's being a little like, okay, Zuko, imagine turn your hand into a ball as he does, as the tendrils wrap and form and implode into a ball. Okay, now put spikes on it. As he does with little white spikes poking out. Like, yes! Now smack Spider-Man with it. Like, what? Sorry, it's a force of habit with me. Oh, dear God, Riot. We're trying to be non-violent. Somewhat. It's funny. You have a very, very piercing sense of humor. Like, Lasher, that was not funny. Maybe we should call you Piercer. As he basically, in the mind, he punches Lasher. Hey, that ain't fair. As he uses Izuku's real left arm to punch himself. Like, guys, would you please? Like, I have never seen this much chaos of a person since me and Venom. As they're kind of getting done with the training of the day. As Izuku's like, Spider-Man, I'm gonna not be here tomorrow. Why? I have been told that because of my symbiotes, I've been noticed as a mutant. Oh, So you're going to mutant safety course. The mutant safety course. Yeah, pretty much. At least when you're old enough to actually use your powers without being regulated, you get to drink. Like, really? I don't even. Hey, I'm trying to be more upside here. Besides, remember, sure, you have a lot of great power, but I'm not showing him this. I'm showing him basically the common abilities of a symbiote that gives to a person without the suit. Like, what do you mean, like the strength, the speed? What about the wall climbing? I'm not showing him that. I think it will obvious that somehow you and I are related or something. I'm not showing him the wall climbing. The strength, speed, stamina, and also the extrasensory abilities. By the way, thank you for that spider sense. Like, but before I leave, tell me, what is Toxin like, anyway? His first bond was to a Boston cop. Okay, that does not get. He holds justice to a very high end, but he's very violent when it comes to that end. Oh, but he's very young. I could tell that. Poor kid. And what you told us, our dumbass of a brother tried to kill him. Disgraceful. You know, maybe we should take him with us. Like, are you sure you guys could, wait, adding one more symbiote to you guys? I think that's a little enough. I mean, what if it could, yeah, I gotta agree with Spider-Man. What if we could overload him? As Lashes says, yeah, I gotta agree with red and blue over here. Yeah, I gotta agree with Spidey. What if it could overload him? What if it make him brain dead? Well, in case you haven't noticed, in case you haven't, as Facebook goes, in case you haven't noticed, Lasher, oh wait, you don't because you're not a part of it. He has enough pathways for all the rest of us to bond in. At least enough for one more. I mean, Zuko, the young one here. As they're trying to not say Izuku. It's like, guys, how would you just call me M? Like, when referring to me. Like, okay, as M over here, he's still very young. Young enough that his brain ain't fully developed. Us being here kind of accelerates it just a little bit. One more won't hurt. If he's young, well then, one, we get to be near what is technically our nephew. And two, we can help him with becoming more experienced and not trying to drive his hosts insane. Look, guys, let's talk about it later, okay? As the sun is somewhat rising, he's like, gotta go, Spidey. Like, good luck to you, kid. I'm gonna hate this. As he swings away, as he morphs out, and he goes to sleep. As like, Zuko wake up, like, what is it? Mutant safety course. I hate this. Okay. And it's just like 5 hours of sleep. But guys, if you're like, what about his sleep schedule? I mean, ain't he very young? Yes, he is. But one, he has 4 symbiotes on him. He basically has like constant energy since he eats a lot. And it's like, here's your meal as they just plate an entire table of food as they just sit on another table. Like, guys, you don't have to spoil me. Look, Zuko, apparently what we got from all of this, apparently since you haven't grown yet, like, as Zuko just has a sour face, apparently you need to eat a lot. You're eating like 5 people's worth of food. Yeah, I am, kind of. What is it then? What's that supposed to mean? Like, I didn't say anything. You said in the exact words. That's not more than what that's supposed to mean. Fine. I mean, you're eating a lot, and yet you're not growing an inch. Yeah, you're growing in muscle extremely. You're barely zero fat now. You're absolutely toned. But even though you don't even exercise one bit, and he's like, he knows nothing. But do I really have to take these Hero Safety courses? Yes. I mean, you are going to be somewhat of an American citizen soon. Wait, why would I want to be an American citizen? Why not? Aren't there still a little bit of profiling with mutants still? Yes, that's still a thing, even though quirks are around. But Izuku, it's best that you actually do this so you can actually get your hero, so you can get at least your mutant certification. I mean, it's good to train, but really, I'm 11. I mean, I'm kind of early for a mutant. I mean, usually mutations activate when they're like, I don't know, like 16 to 17? 13 to 16? True, you are an early bloomer when it comes to mutations, but you'll still get the, I'm going to think of how long it is. 8 years of mutation mutation safety. You need to learn these things. I mean, what if you're like an Omega level? It's like, come on, I'm not gonna be that strong. I mean, aren't those like in a completely different schooling area? I mean, don't those guys go to like Xavier or something like that? True. But we just gotta make sure what level you are. I mean, you could just be a beta level. At worst, you could probably be alpha. I mean, there's no way a small strength ability combined with sensory abilities would be that high. Are you doubting my abilities? Somewhat, yeah. But in good reason. I mean, sure, I come from a mutant family line. I'm going to say that Hasashi comes from a mutant family line, but they were not very powerful. I mean, they were basically like small, like weaker Jubilees and firemen, small Infernos and Jubilees. Basically, they're quite weak. So, yeah, as he's saying, yes, I am a bit of a mixed breed, but none of my family who have been mutants before haven't been that strong. At most, at absolute best, they were like beta level. Like they were just basically a small block level of destruction at absolute most. I mean, you could probably be a bit stronger, but not all that much. You'd be a blockbuster. At best, you could probably be a blockbuster, not as just a small building. Look, it doesn't mean I don't doubt your power. I doubt you'll be that high of a level where you'll be like a worldwide or a countrywide threat. Come on, let's go. As he takes them to the mutation safety course building. As I mean, I'm gonna say Xavier is the X-Men are a thing, but those who are trained by Xavier are like Omega levels, like at absolute weakest alpha levels, like high alpha levels, to Omega level mutants. I mean, like ones that could destroy a city to the ones that could destroy a country somewhat. Like, remember the old cartoon where that scene in the X-Men series where they had to put containment units within like super powerful mutants, like really powerful ones. Basically, those kinds are with Xavier being trained in special areas to learn how to control and use them properly. But anyone less than that, they don't go to Xavier. Sure, and I'm gonna say Magneto ain't really a villain in this. He's more of a politician in this. He's not bent on world domination for mutant kind. He's more of the, yeah, we're gonna need to stop with the small kinds of, thoughts on mutants, even court-related mutations, since they get a bit of hate, just a little bit. But back to Izuku, as he's going to be trained by, who would be a good trainer? I'm gonna, you know what? Give me one sec. I spun a wheel, guys. I have somewhat of a wheel for these kind of things. Colossus is training Izuku and also every other mutant. It's like, okay, say students, this for some of you, this is the first day of mutant safety training. But for those who are first ones here, we're going to need to test to see what your level is. For it's important to know. For guys, I'm going to say, now I just thought of it, mutants are classified within the medical, so it's basically doctor to patient confidentiality. The government can't really look into it unless they have reasonable suspicion. So yeah. So Colossus is standing right there. As Colossus points out to Izuku, he's like, "You there?" Like, me? Yes. I want you to hit me. Like, you want me to hit you? Yes. You want me to hit you? Yes. He's like, I've heard, I took a look at your record. Your strength is increased substantially, but I want to see what that is. Like, don't you guys already have somewhat of a level? Not exactly. Sure, we are the medical, we can see what your powers are, but physically we can't. So, if I was an Omega level, you would be here. You wouldn't be here, wouldn't you? I would still be here if you were Omega level. Yeah, I'm just joking. Those who are suspected to be Omega level or Alpha level to Omega are taken by more powerful members of the X-Men. And it's like, okay. As he just says, Agony, Riot, yes. I need you to boost me up. Got it. As they both give him the max amount of strength without going suit mode, and the max amount of seats, and the max amount of speed and endurance and toughness. As he's like, "Are you ready for it, Metal Man?" He's like, "I know how to take a boom." As he just gets gut shot in the gut, and he's like, as Colossus just falls over like a military person getting shot with a stun gun, or a police officer getting hit with a stun gun. Those were somewhat funny videos. As he just falls over with Izuku's fist as an imprint in Colossus's gut. Like, that hurt. As he did get more training done. As Izuku is told to learn how to handle his strength. So he's like, I do know how to handle it. Okay then. As he just shows him a glass bottle. And he's like, try to hold that for now without breaking. As he just holds it. As all the symbiotes like, okay, I see what he's doing. Everyone fall back. And try to decrease as much as possible. As he's just holding it. See, I can handle it. Like, that took that took me a while without breaking. That took me weeks. Like, ugh. Let's try something else. As they're trying different techniques of trying to make sure Zuku is a whole lot ready. Like, try to squeeze this ball without breaking, as it's just a regular plastic ball, as he's just doing it easily. Anything else? He's like, okay, let's try strength, as he's easily lifting over like 100 pounds. Maybe a little bit, as he's trying to hold himself back without, looking like I've been doing this for a while, kind of thing. As he's looking at it, but Colossus can tell he's kind of thinking it is Zuku. It's like, it's like one of those that can increase its amount. So it's like, increase it. What? Increase the amount as she does, as they go up to 500 pounds, as he's just easily lifting, and he's not even noticing the difference, like, as he goes to like 510. It's like, why are you guys increasing the weight? Zuku, you guys, we need to know the exact limit of your power. Losses and just turns it up to nearly nearly 1,500 pounds. As he's having a little more trouble, but now he's getting easily more convinced that he's having a hard time. It's like, okay, that's good. As they wrap up with training for the day. As I'm gonna say, huge safety courses. Mutant safety courses are like, they take place like once a week, like therapy. But I'm gonna say that Izuku actually is done. So for that week, as he goes to Spider-Man, as they agreed, it's like, okay, Spider-Man, like, as he transforms, like, okay, Spidey, what do you need? You told me to come in here after I finished. Okay, so I'm gonna take you on your first public image with. Wait, what? You wanted me to be out here at night. Well, I'm just preparing you for right now, because right now you're mostly a midnight type of hero or vigilante right now. But I'm gonna help you be more able to not bring so much hurt next time. As Zuku or Hybrid just shows him a video of Spider-Man using a mailbox to beat a man. Like, you ain't gonna do crime anytime soon, are you? Like, as he just stares at Spider-Man, like, you did worse. How? You smacked the guy and unhinged his jaw on a vault door. It's like, all right. As well, for a couple of days, they are doing some missions together. None that I would need to mention until now, as, well, one of Spider-Man's most classic villains, Rhino, as he's just rampaging with a comically large sack of money behind his back, as like, hey, Rhino, don't hit the tree. Watch out for that tree. It's like, what? As he just hits a tree on his horn. It's like, I can't see. It's like, good. You're not supposed to. As Izuku hits him in the face, it's like as he just, kicks him in the face into a wall, into a building, like, ugh. Hey, Spider-Man, I didn't know you actually had more help. Like, mate, Scarlet. But you can call me a Scarlet Tendril. Tendril? Why would you? As he just points to the tens of tendrils on his back, like, You're gonna need a much better name. Look, the public calls me Tendril. I don't. Even though these have done good for me. You're sounding like Doc Ock. Like, hey, I'm right over here. Like, he's like, are you gonna try to kick my ass or not? It's like, Rhino, not right now. It's like, no one messes with the Rhino. As Spider-Man just like, it just steps away as Rhino just walks past. Like, has he always been this dumb? As Spider-Man just looks at Rhino as he runs to a building, like, not always, but maybe because I got more experience with him, he's becoming a lot dumber. He's like, as they're going for a takedown, as Rhino is giving some of his might of trying to smack Spider-Man, but when Izuku's there, he just wallops Rhino in the face, like, boom! Okay, little red scarlet spider. Yes, scarlet arachnid. I'm gonna turn you into a kebab. Like, Scarlet, that sounds nice. Thanks. You're welcome. Now become a kebab. As he's just running at Hybrid, he's like, Toto, as all of the tendrils wrap around Rhino's legs, like, hey, you know, they say you should never trip a rhino. Like, I say otherwise. As he just swings around behind his back, as he just plops him down to the ground. It's like, you gotta be more nicer to your victims. Victim, you try to rob a bank. Touche. As he just punches Hybrid across the face into another building, like, ow. Okay, a little more strength. You guys know what to do. As they are, consistently beating the crap out of Rhino. As the police come after as Spider-Man finally has webbed up Rhino with the money. As he just brings out the money, he's like, here you go, boys. Like, hey, thanks, Spider-Man. Like, who's that guy? As they draw guns upon him, but as he springs out his tendrils, like, guys, he's somewhat of a sidekick. Yes, sidekick. Since when do you take sidekicks? He's somewhat similar. Was he like a copyright review or something? No, he's going copyright. As his tendrils wrap around Izuku's fist as they spike. Like, never thought of that before. As they become like some like tendril knuckles that are like a drill. Like, let's go. I'm right here when you need me, bloody. Because he's like, oh, bloody, I'm gonna give you a bloody face. As they're like, good God, this is so New York. This is so cringe. It's like, hey, let's try not to break each other's noses. Scarlet? So what? Scarlet, is this guy the Scarlet Tendril? Yeah, yes, but I'd like to be called, but you could call me Arachnid. Scarlet Arachnid. As tendrils shoot back, hitting a building. He's like, Spidey, see ya, as he just basically just hangs off and just runs away. It's like, he's becoming like me. Should I do more? Nah, I'm good. As, guys, please like, share, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell, and comment down below. See you, goodbye, and